time already. Anyway, we're gonna start. They can rewatch. Can I zoom? The web is kind of low. Just want to zoom this down a little bit. Okay. Good. Okay. So we have 1. Then we have 2, 3, 4, and the Chinese opening with 5. Okay. But the Chinese opening also you can play here, which is called a high Chinese. So it's a variation. So it's a variation. I should write this here so you guys can have something to look back here. Right? Wait, can I comment? Move comment. Oh, here it is. Variation high Chinese opening. And then this one is the Chinese opening. This one's really popular, especially if you're gonna play in the Asian server. Turn the music down a little bit. It's actually, it's a little bit too much. All right, so the idea is if white doesn't approach, black gets this move next, and then black gets a strong 2-wing formation with a 3/4 stone. That's really good to build Moyo. So let's say if white jump in here, then black can start fighting to profit. So most likely here, something like that, and then build profit here. And this stone is kind of under attack because of this stone here. So that's the idea behind it, okay? Of course, if white goes here, then black can go here. Huh? It's just a bunch of rice and stuff. So black still get a double wing formation. So that's the idea of it. Like approach here, black get double wing here, and approach up here, then double wing here. Okay, so that's the idea. So one way for white to handle this is, simple way, is to go here. If black covers, then white can just pull back like this. You can also approach up top also, but you do not want to approach this way because of the stone here. Black will kick. And then when you expand, black will continue to attack this stone. And the jump looks narrow because it's a 2-space jump, and it has white has a wall, so you want a 3-space jump here. So this is good for black. So you don't want that. So one way is to approach up here, so as you see a lot of pros do play. So it's fine, right? So you want to approach on the side where you have the longest potential, not the short side. So if you have an option, in this case we do, you want to take this approach instead of that approach as white. So that makes sense, right? But let's say if, I'm just going to play some here. Let's say if black had a stone here already, then you wouldn't want to go approach here, right? Because now you get kick, and then you jump like this. The stone's in good position to attack you. So it's narrow. This white is very narrow. Doesn't have room for space. So in this case though, you would go over here, because now with the kick, it's okay since it's narrow, but it's still okay. It's better than over here. So that's why it's really the best of what you can get out of the position. So in this case, you want to go over here. But in this case, you want to go over here because there's no stone over here, right? So that's one concept of the opening theory that you should try to grasp. Anyway, so white approach here, black do this, and then you see white pull back here. So this is a normal variation. However, though, there are some weakness in this variation when black jump in here like this. So you have this combination. Then white probably wants to push here. Black takes this point, connect, 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 like this. Alright, people used to play like this. The pro used to play like this too, but it was later decided that black position is actually too good because black has a lot of cash already. This is solid points, and this corner is still open. Even though this is very thick, black has a lot of point for compensation, and the corner is still open. That's why people like black more in this position. For me, it seems okay. And before, people used to think it was okay too, until I guess they changed their mind and said, well, that's too good for position's too good for black. And also, black also has this move here to develop the center. I mean, yeah. So here, if white goes here to defend this, right? Black will play this. And then if white hanes, black will double hane, and then white will Atari, black will protect like this, and then after this, develop the center, and white would have to connect because there's no ko in the beginning of the game, and then black would connect like this. This is really a thick position for black, especially with this stone here. So. And the corner's still open, so instead of that, white usually elect to do this. So here, pull back, poke in, defends the corner, and then white drawbacks and gives black the sentai back. Okay, so as black will take the second wing here to finish the wing formation. So now we have 3 choices. White has 3 choices. Here to protect the corner or not. One other option that black has is this. It's here to approach. Then if black defends, now black can pull back and choose. So black has a lot of choices now. Black has this move, this move, this move. They're all pretty good, but you gotta know the difference, kinda. Hey Inferno, what's up? Just going over a little opening right now. If you missed the beginning, the video will be up, so you can always rewatch it, but we're in the middle of it kind of right now, maybe 10 minutes in. So black can play this, right? So it's kind of like over here, except black can play it because black has the nice framework here, so the influence doesn't matter that much. But if you play this, right, it's closer to this stone, so it helps this stone out, but then it's farther away from this stone. So the corner is more susceptible to invasion. Compared to a move like this, now the corner is more protected. There's more allies here to help if white try to jump in. But then at the same time, basically this stone doesn't have a lot of help, so white can attack, right? So it's really a balance. During opening, it's really a balance to pick which moves you want to make. Like, you want to focus on the corner, you would play 3. Focus on this side, you would play 1. But there's a lot of option for you to take. So if you take 1, white comes in at 2, right? Because you leave it open because it's not supported. And if you play 3, white will pinch at 2. So So that's the trade-off. So let's say in this game, black does this, so it leaves the kind of in the middle. So white comes in here, right? So this is the normal standard invasion for this formation, right? So black's gonna do this. This is one choice black can do. White will do this. Honey underneath. 4, 5, 6, 7, right? It looks a little tight, right? It does look a little tight, but you are invading into a very strong moil, so it's okay. As long as you stay alive, it's a good result. So then you have, after that you have black will jump like this to kind of shut white in, and then white could be in trouble. So white's gonna push up first, right? Like this. Before before he gets shuts in. So there is a subtle thing here that you should learn to improve your game into a higher level. So black's gonna push this and play this combination, the poke, right? The push and then the poke. Now if you just connect here, which most people might incline to do, white will poke here, and then now this is not enough eye space to make 2 eyes. It has maybe 1 eye here, and so white has to run, so that's not a good thing. So what you want to do is settle this group as fast as possible so you can play elsewhere. So when you get poked like this, you actually don't want to connect right away. There's actually a Tsuji here for you to play. So if black play this way on the inside, Hane, you simply cut, and you see here black has to protect this cut, and then you can play this, and then now this group is settled. Okay, so black can't play like that, so black will play outside. Then you pull back here, and now black has to defend this cut, because there's a cut right here into his area. If you just poke here, we can just cut here and then capture this stone. If this thing tries to run, then you can Atari it, and nothing good's come from that. So black will instead protect, and then white will connect here to finish it off. And this shape is alive because of this exchange here. So remember this, a little attach exchange before you connect in this formation. This actually occurs a lot in real game. And then here you have 2 weakness to attack here. So black shape is not that strong. The formation actually not that strong. Let's say black doesn't play 04 because it might be a bit passive, right? So if you're playing the Chinese opening, they're probably gonna want to attack instead of defending. So instead, you're gonna have black playing something like this, like the Kosumi. And then as white, if you block, that's not good, because there's a stone here already. You're not gonna get enough eye space, and then black's gonna keep on attacking you and profit here. So you don't want to do that. So the correct move is actually here. If black blocks that way, you block this way, and then you have room to make eye shape here, right? And if black does take, then you just continue over here like so, and then you are I think you play here too, and then you can settle. You're playing pretty light and you're settle, and you black still has to protect here too. So remember that Kosumi here. So here black's gonna push this way actually, and then you actually don't want to run because that's too slow, and then black would just get points while you run. So you actually want to jump, because if he wedge, you can Atari, right? Like that. So you don't want, you're fine. So black's gonna push instead of wedging. Then if you play here, right? This kind of look like good shape, but it's not, because white can poke up here, poke that, and then now white's pretty heavy. So there's a better move other than that move. It's actually 1, 2 this move here, because it pokes through. You play this, you can't actually cut that because that's the ladder, right? So correct eye shape is just having 2 eyes. Having 2 eyes makes a group alive, but I'm not sure what you mean by correct eye shape. You mean like shape, good shape, or because correct is like means different thing in different situation, but correct shape or good shape is something different. Yeah, okay, you mean good shape. Good shape means you're flexible, and it means that you can't be squeezed into dumplings and stuff. So here, this is good shape, because now if he pokes, you're not in a dumpling, right? You have a jump right here already. Compare to this. You do this, right? Doesn't look as nice. So you're a little bit faster to run away this way. So if he pokes, you're already out here. So, and then next you have a lot more variety. You can still poke down here too, this way. So remember this sequence here. If you remember this, you will always be successful invading this formation, this double wing formation. Remember, it's here. If your opponent knows what he's doing, he's gonna play this, and then you counter with this. Then if he push, you jump. You push here, you jump here. Because the ladder's good for you. You just gotta make sure the ladder is good for you. Usually it is, because you do take the opposite corner. And another way to play light is when black plays this, you can also play this jump here. This is like playing really light, and if black try to poke in here like this, you actually don't want to play like that, because then like that's sente, so it kind of connects black up and really a lot of points. So here, like something like this, you would play this, because if he does something like that, you simply just sacrifice and then block, because this is a ladder that's good for white. So white's connected, and black would still have to do something here still. So, and then you can probably play something like this up here and start reducing this. So the framework here is to reduce, and white has really good shape already. So you just make sure you can't get under attack pretty harsh. That's the idea. That's basically the idea of it. So here, instead of attacking, black's gonna back off and connect the 2 groups together, and then you can play 7 here. The reason why 7 is a good move is it kind of bridge this together, but it also forces some forcing moves too. Because if black doesn't protect, let's say black does something silly like this, then you can really press white down. I mean, you can press black down like this and take the outside influence, and it's pretty good position for white, because this is like really low. So each one is just 2 points, so white can afford to do that. And so in here, after this, if black does play something like this, though, you do have this combination. So really, black has to respond correctly. So black can play either here, but if black plays here at the extension, which kind of look nice, but then you do have this, and black can't play from the top because there's this. So black have to defend this, the corner, and then you would just Atari. And then you have this stone here to help, so Black can connect underneath, but now you have an eye already in the middle. So I usually opt out to save as many stones I can. Yeah, you definitely do not want to save as many stones as you can. You want to save the stone that's more valuable, which usually are cutting stones. That cuts the group so you can keep on attacking. But a lot of times, stones, you can just toss them out. So here, black would have to play at the bottom, and then you play here, and then blacks connect, and then this is pretty light group, and it's pretty strong shape here too. So you play that. So black can't play that actually. And then here, earlier I showed you why you shouldn't play that, because now if you have this, black can still slide and take your eye space out. And white just really tight in between black's area. And if white does choose to like jump or something, that's just going to help black develop this area. So you definitely don't want to do the push down when black Kosomi like that, right? It seems natural to do it, but it's not. You just play that. And then there's another one that you can play after this one, and it's this move here. So it's the same idea. You want to stay light as possible, so it's harder to attack you. So here, the same kind of idea. Black needs to protect this if he doesn't want to get shut down and press low, right? So if black plays something like this here, white's gonna play this, and then now white's thick in the center and black is really low here. So you don't want that. So this is successful for white, this attack here. This invasion. So what black will do is either protect here. This is a pretty solid move. And then now you have this. This is Tsuji. So if black does something like this, then white can press down. There's going to be an Atari here, so if you do something like that, then this stone's dead and the corner is white, so you don't want to do that. So black's going to have to connect here with this push down. Black's going to have to connect here, and then white will push out like this, and this shape is really nice. This is like optimal shape to be in to invade, right? So black still has to push here too. Like black keep pushing. And your shape is looking really nice. Making eyes here should be fairly easy if you get this shape here. So this move is a Tsuji, pro level Tsuji. And the reason why this move is good is because if black counters, and instead black will play something like this, you have this combination where you push up here, and black is forced to cut, kind of. Because if black doesn't cut, then white just has really nice shape on the outside, really thick shape, right? So black is going to cut. But the thing about black cutting is because of this stone is placed very, very well. It threatens this, so black have to defend. And then now, for this cut, because you have this stone here, you're going to sacrifice this one stone, and then here, and then look how thick the outside wall is. And then you still have move like this one later for Aji to attack and reduce. So it's very, very strong shape as white. So it's like I don't want to say a trick move. It's just a very well placed stone. It looks far, but it's very well placed, because black can't play that, and black can't play this either, because the result is pretty bad for. You're just getting squeezed here. I guess he can play like this, but still capture, and then this is very, very successful. The corner is big, but that's where black was advantageous But then now these stones are under attack, and white's very thick here. Anyway, that is the lecture for tonight. That's part 1. And tomorrow I guess I'll do part 2. So that's the end of that part. And then now we're going to play some games. So hope you guys learned something about the Chinese opening there. It can be a little scary playing against the Chinese opening. I know I was scared when I was around 2Q. Every time somebody plays the Chinese opening, I feel like I have to jump in right away. Just freaking jump in and invade because it can build pretty fast. Anyway, I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and then I'll be back, and then we should have a game. I'm just gonna load this for a game here. Oh, we have a game already, so